This workplace protocol is in keeping with the new phase, the latest phase of COVID-19, which is the community transmission phase. Focus is on how to prevent not just getting the virus, but more importantly, managing the virus in our current environment. And that includes how we adjust the workplace so work can take place while we manage the spread that will happen and is happening.
What employers and employees have to recognize is we no longer know who are the positive persons, because there are several positive persons in our community. They look just like you. They move around just like you. They're not having symptoms. They don't know that they're positive, and you're not going to know they're positive. It makes sense, therefore, that everything that you do in your daily operations, whether it is in your home, whether it is in your community, whether it is in your workplace, that those measures are sufficient to protect you and to protect others. And that is why we have the infection prevention and control measures. Organizations need to put in place daily cleaning protocols that are sufficient to kill any virus particles that may remain on surfaces where droplets may fall. Now, basic workplace rules are important for persons wherever it is that you work. And workers are required to wear a mask at work, and they must hand sanitize before entering their work area. Physical distancing, whether you're in an office, whether you're on a factory floor, whatever work it is that you do, physical distancing must be maintained at all work areas. Hand sanitization as you move from one work area to the next is important. In this way, you can even have somebody that is positive, who don't know that they're positive, working alongside you, but they are not transmitting infection to you. They are not exposing you because they are protecting themselves, and you protect yourself as well to decrease that risk of transmission. Management must play an important part in advising workers about COVID-19. Workers are to be advised that if they develop a fever or they're not feeling well, then they should call in and stay home. Workplaces must make those allowances to prevent the possibility of somebody who is symptomatic coming to work. If persons are not feeling better after a few days at home, then they should seek medical advice, and that may include doing a test. If they have done a test and the test is positive, they will be required to stay at home for a minimum of 14 days, including 3 symptom-free days after symptoms are resolved. Now, because whatever workplace they're coming from has been observing all the workplace protocols, and that person would have been in a mask at work, would have been hand sanitizing as they move from area to area, then there is no need to close your business or to send home other workers. If someone in the workplace is observed to be ill and to have a fever or respiratory symptoms, then that person should be sent home. Now, the area in which the person was should be wiped with a mild bleach solution and the surfaces wiped with disinfectant or alcohol. Now, once this is done and the area is dry, then that area is safe to be used. Now, persons who are in contact with the person who was symptomatic, showing symptoms, then those persons, if they have been adhering to their IPC measures, their infection prevention and control measures, then there is no need for those persons to go home. They are allowed to come to work. However, they must obey the instructions and the advice that have been offered from the workplace to say that they must adhere to all infection prevention and control measures. And if they start to feel ill, they must stay home and report that they are ill.
it's going to require significant personal, individual responsibility. The community transmission phase is a phase that requires an all-of-society approach more than any other phase. Everyone has to play their part. That's why we say everyone counts. And in the context of a work environment, every employee, employer, their workspace has to comply with the rules of engagement, assuming that if the virus is present, it is confined to that individual and not going to be spreading across the board. And if we take that approach, then we will make it happen.